think I came back. I don't know if anyone else is going to. But I'm going to try to keep streaming. If I go out again, I'm probably just going to call it. Because then that just means we're going to keep having internet problems. But otherwise, I'm going to try to keep going. But if I go down again, I'm probably just not going to come back. But for now, we're going. That was exciting. Gotta love the internet. Okay. Well. Oh no, it's raining. Nice. Oh, the little monkeys are sleeping up here. Look at the sleeping monkey. He yawned. So cute. So cute. Alright, well. What's wrong with the speakers? They are not overlapping. There's not. Oh, they are. Never mind. I guess they are. We will just. We'll make that one a 4. That'll be fine. Hold on. Making sure Kathleen makes it back. That's very important to me. Okay. So, we've made these habitats now. We have things kind of under control. I definitely want to put in more habitats. But let's get some more cosmetics down, I think. I think more cosmetics would be good. I think this is a really cool big open area. And I want to do something similar to this. Hey, there's Kathleen. Welcome back to here. Yeah, the internet is not playing nice. I was saying I'm going to try this one more time. We'll have like a third start to the stream. And then if it goes out again, just assume I'm done. Because I don't really want to keep arguing with this. But we're going to try one more time. But I think it'd be fun to make like something that the guests can walk under through here. This is just like a big walking space. And there's not a whole lot going on here. I could put in things for them to do if I wanted to. Like, I could even go to the pathing and, like, take out some of the path and put some stuff in if I wanted. Like, we could do this and put some fountains or something in there. I think that might be nice. I don't really want to put any kind of animals or anything in there. This is not perfectly symmetrical. Hold on. This is gonna bother me now. There we go. That matches. Only this needs to go there, and this needs to go away. That's gonna bother the freaking heck out of me. Really? Why do we have to be like that? Like, why? Why? Okay, new plan. We're actually gonna just go back in time and have not done that. And then that will solve that. So this is the middle, so it's 1 over. So middle, 1 over. And then this is 1, 2, 3 over. So 1, 2, 3. Was it 3 in between, or is the third one over? 1, 2, third one over. There we go. So we'll put some nice fountains or something in there. But I think what we can do, I don't want to, I want to put in cover, but at the same time, I really want you to be able to walk out and see branching out zoos. So, like, whatever I would do, I need to not ruin that open. But maybe this part could be open, and then I could do, because what I'm thinking of doing is, what is it called? No. Arbor, no. Oh, that's not bad. Is it under, where does it live? This. I like this. And we could do a lot with that. And people like having cover to walk under and stuff. So I think what I could do is either make my own like this, I guess, or utilize this, because it's not the same width of the path, and that's going to kind of bother me, but it's also going to be work to make one. Oh, decorations isn't really what I'm going for. I mean, they're cool, but it's not really what I'm going for. I like those, though. Awnings and facades. Curved interior walls. Oh, this is so you can decorate the inside of things. The other thing you can do is you can go to walls, you can go to arches, and we can have like these. Oh, these are nice and tall. What are these? Classic Arbor Arch. Oh. Well, what do you know? These kind of exist already. That's interesting. That is kind of what I'm going for, though. Because like something like this is too quite literally boxed in. I do like that, but that is also very small. Where like this, because it's open air underneath, I think creates something kind of interesting. And it's tall enough that I think I could put this in this area. And it wouldn't be too big, but it's... I like this because it's the size I'm going for, but it's not the vibe I'm going for. I don't know. Maybe I... because the thing is like, yeah, you want cover, but at the same time, you can go into 3 different areas that have a roof. You know what I mean? It's not like you are wanting for cover. I think here, like along here, would make more sense to do the covered pathway. I think that would be more interesting down like one of these paths. So we won't do it. I kind of do want the rain to pass though. Let's go back into construction. Centerpieces, fountains. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Well, that's not as wide as I want. So this is like the width of the whole square. This is not the width of the whole square. That is the width of the whole square, and that was much tinier than I wanted. We're gonna... I can change the color. I don't necessarily want it fundamentally different. So I find when you change the color of these too much, they actually don't look good. Splat. 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 And then you find like the basin you like. What are you interested in? Really, I shouldn't have splapped yet. I should build one fountain and then copy and paste it in the other fountain spots. Is what I should do. Oh, I like that. Can I snap it in the center? I sure as heck can. Oh, that's big and obnoxious. What do I want to do? Honestly, I think I'm going to leave it that way. We're going to go into special effects and type. We'll pick water. I'm looking for water jets. I just don't remember. Yeah. No, it's not the jet. It's the... that. I'll type jet in here, and it's not going to completely wind it down for me. Is there a reason? Oh, because it's still typing, that's why. Like, why won't this move? That's why. Don't know why that won't look good. There, that's better. It does kind of splash out of the bowl, but that's okay. This is an exceptionally simple fountain that is not entirely impressive at all, but it adds, and that's the important thing. I don't really know how to get it to not do that, but that's okay. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna delete these. And then we're gonna come over here and do multi-select tool. Merge into scenery group, so now it's one thing. And then, now that that's happy, we're gonna click on this and duplicate it. So then we can move all of the objects at the same time. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we have fountains. I'm going to go ahead and pause because now I don't need it running to know what's happening. We're going to go into nature, gardening, turn off anything that requires a specific plant, and then we're just going to find some good plants. We're going to do turn off, position snap, go back to random rotation. I do like these purple ones. And we'll just make this pretty. Really, in theory, I can then go through and do the exact same landscaping at each of them if I wanted to, but I don't. Should turn random rotation off for what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna. Oops. That was not as nice as... Oh! Didn't realize we were showing up at the bottom of the fountain. I don't have an interest in that. Hold on. There we go. Feel bad for the internet problems. Mr. Rez, like, literally just showed up, and then it went down, and everyone probably gave up, which I don't blame them one bit for doing. I'm gonna go ahead and send this to the other one, because I'm probably gonna do completely different plants at each one, which might mess with people who want me to do the same plants at everything, but I don't want to do the same plants at everything. I do like this, though, as a change. Put the mud down. Just looks better, I think. So that way, if you don't fill in every little bit, you're not seeing, like, default grass on the ground. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Scroll back up to the top. I got the purple ones in. The other thing we can do is actually add some fencing. So we can go into construction. Architecture. Where does it live? Props. Fences. We just found it and I'd already forgotten. I really like this fence. I don't know why it's specifically an India fence. I don't necessarily want to make specifically an India fence, but I just like this fence. So then we're gonna do this. Let's see if it happens to... Inevitably, whenever I do this, the fence is not the right length, and that's the problem I run into, and I get frustrated. Yeah, see? So we're not going to use this fence because I can't cheat the length. In a way I could, like, say with something like this, although that, not. I don't like it for this. What's something where I can cheat a little bit? That's not bad. The New World look. That looks like it might be the right length at any rate. Let's find that out. Nope. It is not. I really want to add a fence, but we may not be able to. Unless I did the curved fences, maybe. Or I guess I could just do fences and not make them, like, connect all of the way. That's another thing I could do. This is kind of nice. I'm assuming I can change the color. I can. So if I wanted to do, say, like, a darker color like that. And just make it look like that. Let's see what this does for me. And once I get one of these working, we'll just replicate it and it'll be fine. Coming up on the moment of truth here. Oh, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Okay, so then we're gonna go into multi-selection and pick the fence pieces. Try not to pick a plant when we pick the fence pieces. Success. Duplicate. This should be a square, so this should work. Get it close and then we can adjust from there. Yeah, that should work. I get annoyed when it won't let me merge things into a scenery group for some reason. Here. Still won't let me do it, huh? I mean, I can save it as a blueprint, which is kind of a waste. But it's an option. Okay, so we have that, and then we're gonna duplicate again. And then that way we can just fill in both sides like this. Tilt it slightly. Yeah, I like how this looks. I'm into this. It's largely good in that corner. Is it gonna be... I mean, I can fine tune it here in a second. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. I'm actually not mad if it's slightly uneven either. I feel like it adds a little bit of character. We'll go back into multi-select. And I'm just holding shift while clicking is effectively what's happening. I'm not dragging to multi-select because then it's going to pick the fountain, it's going to pick the plants, it's going to pick the mud. I'm trying to get just the fence pieces at the moment. It's going to be tricky getting some of these and not getting the plant. Okay, cool. It has decided to play kind of nice with me. I'm hoping that maintains. If I can't merge this into a scenery group, I'm going to make it as a blueprint. Not that I overly need it as a blueprint, but I don't care. So close. Got it. Nope, it won't let me merge. So we're gonna save selection as blueprint. New blueprint. Decorative dark green fence. Scenery. I don't know. Other scenery. I guess. I'm not overly worried about it. I'd like to add fence. Can I add fence? Sure. It's not like I'm going to try to find... Like, I'm not going to upload this to the workshop or something, so I don't really care. I just want to be able to find it. Okay. My blueprints. Why doesn't it exist in my blueprints? It's not a Steam one. Okay. Did it not actually save as a blueprint? Was I not successful in saving it as a blueprint? Do I have to do this whole process again? These are all my other ones. I hope you guys really like watching me select fence pieces. Hope you're really into that. I hope you were like... I really hope I can watch a lady sit at a computer and click on fence pieces for an hour. That's the only thing that would give me a good day today. Because if that's what you were here for, I can deliver. I'm literally trying to make this easier so I don't have to do this again. But okay, game. Save selection as blueprint. I don't see my other fence in here, so I must have done something wrong. Dark green square fence. Dark green. Maybe I needed to save something here. Fence. Other scenes. Create blueprint. Okay, that time it saved, so I don't know what I did, but there we go. So then we can just drop this in there, and then we'll grab it again. And honestly, this is something I'll probably use a fair amount, even at other zoos, because I often make things this size. So it'll work. I can adjust the height when we get the plants we want in there. So that'll be good. Okay, cool. So now I have this fence everywhere. Let's go back to nature and go back to... I like the hanging baskets. I think those are cool too. That's actually what the hanging baskets look like upside down. I don't know what about... There's so many things where it's like, this is an African thing. I'm like, how is that an African thing specifically? Don't particularly get it. Lady ferns as opposed to guy ferns. I don't know. Guy fernary. I tried. I failed, but I tried. Okay. See, some of these I like the color, but the size is a little ridiculous. This isn't bad. Pink and purple. What about... Oh, I like this. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll mix some of these in. What are these called? Dwarf cornel. See, these look a lot like what I would call dogwood flowers. And I wonder if that's a different name for what these are, or if dogwood flowers just look like these. I don't know quite what's happening. But sometimes plants have like regional names, so maybe that would be a dogwood in a different lifetime. I don't know. Yeah, I like this. I'm into this. This makes me happy. Okay. Excellent. I like it. Okay, so that's this one. Let's go over here. Every now and again I like to do a goldenrod set of plants because I like to just say, hey, if you have allergies, you're gonna hate this zoo. You're gonna come to the zoo like, frick. Why did I come here? And it just makes me chuckle a little bit on the inside. And I have some allergies. I don't have bad allergies. but I have been known to allerge. Been known to allerge at things. So I would probably be miserable if I was just at a field of goldenrod, but it still makes me laugh. Okay, so this one's largely just the pink flowers with some goldenrod, but I like that. And then I like these two. These are pretty. They're much smaller, which is fine. I feel like these could be fill for another plant, so let's pick. I do like the orchids too, but the orchids just don't feel like landscaping plants to me. Here's these. We actually put these in one of our habitats. Oh, these are pretty too. These feel like landscaping plants. Alright, and then we'll pick something that can go between them. Probably these. I think these are pretty and would work well for our purposes. Yeah, I did want the big open area when you come in, because when you start having a lot of guests, you're gonna regret not making the opening of your zoo bigger than you did, like every time. Once you have a really big zoo. But I think this adds a little bit of character to have these floral beds. And there's still plenty of room. It's probably not great to not have any information booths until you walk quite a ways into the zoo. But, I mean, a lot of that was just poor planning on my part, because I basically had a plan and then went, this would be cool. And then I did something else. And so, I'm not particularly upset about that, because the whole point of this is to go, hey, and experiment. Okay, and then the other flower that I like that I don't think I used was the African daisy. I like the African daisy. So we're gonna splop some of those down. Yeah, this is looking good. And then honestly here we can just use these alpine plants and just kind of fill it in. I think that would be cool. I like this a lot. I'm a big fan of this. Yeah, this is just something at the beginning of the zoo that's kind of pretty. So now what it looks like when you come in. So here's your zoo entrance. You come in, you see, wow, branching out zoo, and there's fountains, and that's pretty exciting. Let's save real quick. Okay, so then I want to build something kind of like this, but over here. And I'll probably copy and use a lot of the same trees. Here we can go with a little bit of symmetry. Let's go into terrain. I'd like to put another pond here. Again, I'm not going to be worried about keeping this purified or anything, because there's not going to be any animals using it, so it's not going to be a big deal. I think I said this in one of my other streams. I know I talk about it a lot. I would love it if in the future I don't know if they'd have to run it as like a texture pack or what, but I think it'd be really cool if you could get koi in these ponds. Did I tweak the colors of this water at all? I probably did. I want the body of water, actually. Will you let me click on the body of water? Would like the body of water. Okay. No, I would like the body of water. Well, okay, I guess I don't get to click on that body of water ever again. What if I, like, do this? Okay, Wait, what if I go below and look up at the water? Can I do that? Let's try to make that work. And I'm clicking on the tree. No, I don't want to click on the tree either. I would like to click on the water. Up slowly. There we go. There's the water. That was more work than it needed to be. Okay, so I seem to just like this color for everything. So I like that color, and it's a transparency of 0.9. So let's do the same thing over here so the colors match. I can click on this one far more easily. Okay, then it just seemed to... Oh, no, because it did that. I want... Street Fox? Ugh. Why would I want that? Why would I want to fill it with Gulpy or Cosmic Cow? That's disgusting. Okay, that's not what I want. We're going to do that, and we're going to go to 0.9. So now the water matches what's over there. It looks a little bit different because I don't have all the rocks in it currently. So then we're going to go into nature again. We're going to click on rocks. We're actually going to go to biome and do tropical and temperate and well, not tundra. We're going to pick those. Taiga. Because then it'll hide a bunch of these other rocks that I know I don't want, while still giving me a lot of colors to pick from. And this is actually deeper than I intended to make it, so... Do I have random rotation on them? Still I do. But that's okay, because then I can... That's what adding this is for. So we'll put a bunch of these big rocks down. See, it becomes much clearer where it's not as deep. So we'll fill this in like that. I carved it out much deeper than I intended to. So this will kind of resolve that for us. Go. Just add. I like putting different kinds of rocks in because the slightly different color tones just add texture. Okay. So there's that, and then we're going to add some of these rocks around the outside. Like that. Some of these rocks are almost the exact same color as like the rock I'm coming out of. Oh, that's bigger than I want it to be. Alright. Same color. I'm looking to mix up the colors now. There we go. Where's the Taiga one? Because those are a completely different color even. Yeah. There we go. I like that a lot. That adds. Definitely adds. Okay, so then, do I want the same kind of trees? I think I do. So I'm going to duplicate this tree. Again, we have random rotation on. It is kind of carved out a little bit differently, so it is going to look a little bit different. But then it's going to be at least the same kind of thing going on. We got that, and then we got this stuff going on, so it's like a smaller version of that tree, basically. Put that up on the... I don't really like how that looks. Oops. Did take away my duplicating though. There we go. There, we can sink it in a little bit and it looks a little bit more... Again, like we're pretending that we care about physics. Actually, if we do this, then that hides that that tree doesn't remotely care about physics. Also, how would these root systems work? They wouldn't. Don't think about it. You don't need to. There we go. Excellent. I like that. Yeah. Excellent, excellent stuff. So I filled it in hardcore over here, so, but this again has a different structure, so I think that actually looks really good. I kind of want to add something here. We might even add another fence here. So we go into construction. We can pick the same fence and color, but I'm not going to use the same structure because this is going to be, you know, a different thing. But then it'll match our other fences. So if we don't even need to do corner to corner. I don't think it needs to be quite that specific. I need it to be about there. I need to line up a little bit better. Click on it, X, and just fence it up. Oops, I have random rotation on still. Again, I wish it understood that if I was doing this, I didn't want random rotation, so I wouldn't have to toggle. But here we are. So you can see it's not perfectly aligned. But I think what we'll do is build it, and then I'll tweak it once it's all there. It'll be easier to see once I have several pieces in. But it's darn close. Darned close. It's taking several pieces before it becomes a problem. Time is it? 4 o'clock. Wow. Time is just flying. I will say, in case anyone's listening to this and they're curious, I will probably go back to Fallout on Saturday. I feel like Fallout on Saturday makes a bit more sense because I have a bit more time to stream, and I don't want to like stop playing Fallout. I'm at a point where I need to decide what I want to do. I started exploring in some areas. I think I either need to just go to Nuka World, or I need to continue the story. I'm not sure. Can I merge this into a scenery group? Of course not. Of course I can't. Why would I want to do something useful? Okay, so let's have a better look at this. It's probably the green one. Try to get that more level like that. And then we'll hit X again. And do that. There we go. That looks significantly better. And it's, like I said, I think it's cool that it doesn't match. Now, we're going to go back in. Now that we have that move, we're going to go back into multi-selection. Again, someone out there went, I need to watch a lady select pieces of a fence all day. That is what I'm into. Actually, in this case, I might be able to select it not one at a time, because I don't have all of the plants to click around, but we're making good time here, so we'll just do it this way. And we will duplicate. Because it'll probably be the same-ish length will probably be good over here. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't need to be perfect, but it's just something to kind of separate the space. I was thinking about putting plants there, but I think the fence honestly does enough. I don't really need a fence there. I can have the plants there, and then the fence here. I like that. I like that. So I have VIP guests. What can you do with a VIP guest? And yeah, you can't wave at them in sandbox mode because whatever. your time there was okay? What do you mean it was okay? You're much happier. It's probably a crowding problem or something. I have so many peacocks right now. Just so many. Okay. That looks real pretty. I like that a whole lot. Just a whole lot. Let's next, maybe cover this stuff up. These buildings. We can kind of do it in this theme. Maybe. Kind of feel like either I need to put more facilities here, which I could technically, or I need to put something here. So when people look through, they see something. Are you in here? Having a good time? Let's click on the staff room. Pick a staff room perk. I tend to do staff healthcare because it just lets, I think it keeps them from getting tired as soon. More resilient about being overworked, yeah. I like that. Okay, so we'll go into construction, walls, and I use the dark wood fence. This one. So we will box this in. I've learned to not butt my buildings completely up against the edge so that I can actually build whatchamacallit, a wall there. We're gonna go to roofs, and I think it's the metal roof. I think it's this. What does it look like over here? Oh, it's tin. It's this. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay. So we'll go back over here. No, I don't want one that's that tall. We'll do that. Spun it too many times. That. And then we'll go flat. Yeah, I like that. Now over here, how did I fix I wanted to use, okay, so we used the wood. So then what I did over here is I went to flat roof, do wood, pick the wood that matches the building. Like that. And then like that. And then I went back into walls and I did glass. And then I did this. So there's that group. And we can do something similar. I think these two are in a build group and then that one is in its own thing. So we go back to wood. And we pick this again. I don't know why you aren't doing what I want. There we go. So I had to turn locking on height again. Oh, I guess these probably were all the same build group. Oh, that would have been easier, but I didn't realize. Okay, where's the doorway? I know a lot of people who go through and add doors. I don't really mind the game doors. I mean, they are pretty if you do, where do they live? Say like this, you know, it looks different, and I guess they actually walk through it, which I didn't realize. We could do that. I don't really feel like doing that right now. Metal. Like that. Flat roof. Wood. Probably not doing this in the most efficient way, but that's okay. I see, I used the thick one when I should have used the thin one. I don't know. It's alright. And then go back to walls. Glass. This. There we go. We can add some signs and stuff to it too eventually, but that's fine. What are the odds that this is the same build group? Pretty high, it looks like. So if I go here and do wood, scroll on down, and do this. Yeah, it looks like it'll still match. So I don't know if it's actually the same build group or not, but whatever. It's close enough. And it matches this, which I think I actually did on accident, but we'll pretend I did it on purpose. Because then I'll seem smart. Here we'll use the thinner, better to use for it piece. Pitched roof, metal. That wall. Glass. Hold on. That I like. There. Okay. Excellent. So now we have those buildings covered up finally. And what we can do is go into... Yes, sorry, Erland, and I don't really have a good way of letting people know that I came back, but my internet went down hardcore. And then it came back. But, I was saying that if I lose it again, I probably won't come back. Just because I don't feel like continuing to try here. See, I like this tree. It's not the tree I was using over here, but I like it. But for right now, we're gonna try again. The maze thing I did not put in. The game kind of did. I tend to not like these. Just hadn't gotten around to deleting them yet. There we go. The hedges. Make a nice little forest of this stuff. Kind of transition between the trees here. And then we'll go into something more shrub-like, probably. This is what I used over there, which wouldn't be terrible to use. Bramble is pretty cool, but it's not as tall as I want it to be. I do like these champion moss rocks. I use those quite a bit, but I don't need them for what I was doing. I could do these. How tall is the... No. I need something shrubby. Oh, this isn't bad. I used these before. I like them because they're the shape I'm going for, but then I don't like how they look. Custard apple is also nice. That's taller than what I'm going for. Is there... Oh, that's not far off from what I want. What about... That's not far off from what I want either. Actually, this is good ground cover, so we'll just put this down as ground cover everywhere. I don't know. To me, there's just something nice about, like, you've let these plant... Like, I just feel cooler. Not, like, cooler as in hip, but, like, as in temperature. When I see ground cover like that, it just makes me feel like I'm in a chill forest. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was offline for, like, a good 5 minutes. Like, I ended the stream on my end, so it would stop trying, and then it was like, nah, I'm coming back. And I'm like, alright, cool. You do you, stream. I hate the tall grass. I understand why the tall grass is in the game. I think the tall grass is so unappealing, and I wish it wasn't the default ground cover. I feel like the only reason to make it the default ground cover is to make you change it, because no one's going to want to leave it the default ground cover. So we'll come through and paint that through in a second. I mean, this is also kind of lazy, probably, to just put all this down, but I like it. I put rocks through here. Put some of this here and like some of these open patches. Like, I won't fill it in, but we'll just put some here, you know? Just to be like, they got away. They got out of their containment. The plants are going wild. And we'll do something kind of similar here. So I think here we'll keep the craziness going. And then over here we'll do a mix of these and the rocks, like is over there. This is all down and good to go. Real quick, we're gonna go into terrain painting. Do short grass. Make it bigger. Not that you can overly see it because these plants are tall, but I'll know, and so therefore I'll be happier. Okay, nature. Back to rocks. And scroll on down. Put a bunch of these on the ground. Kind of, again, add that texture. Another color to mix in color. Because again, 2 different tones of rock is a great way to kind of fake more texture, I guess. Maybe you're not necessarily faking more texture, but... And then what I did over here is these are the Aquatic Rocks, and I just changed their color. Let's duplicate those. That's not what I'm looking for. Where's a flat one? There we go. Duplicate that. Add some of these in. The Aquatic Rocks are great because you can make them any color you want them to be. Again, this will texture it some. And we'll mix some of the rocks here. Actually, honestly, let's just go through here and do this. I don't see why we can't. So like here's where it's grown a lot. and then the rocks become more common and the plants become less common, versus here the plants are more common and the rocks are less common. Kind of like that. And that's busy as all get out, but it's pretty. And then we'll click on one of these plants, duplicate, and then just add some of the plants through here. Especially any place where you still kind of see the ground. And we'll add some trees over here too yet. We're just kind of doing this in waves as I figure out what I want. I like that. I think I will take one of these trees, duplicate, and we'll put some of these. I think I meant to leave this open in case I wanted more staff facilities, but I don't think I do want more staff facilities. Because if I put in more habitats, it's just going to be further away, and that's not necessarily going to be helpful. So that's better. So let's do the when you walk in test again. You walk in, you see the really nice zoo sign, you come around here, there's some nice shade from the trees, some nice fountains, some big open space, and then you can go up into the welcome center or over to the reptile space, versus you can come in this way, blah, 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 and see we haven't done anything over here yet. We would walk this way towards the big ol' arboreal home. Maybe we can call it the arboreal home. We gotta come up with something that's not monkey house, I guess. Climbing house, maybe. Wow, we've already been back on this stream an hour. Time flies when you play this game. It really does. Yeah, I'm digging this. I like this. So then it's about what do we want to put here. If anything. I mean, I want to put some kind of landscaping there, but I could put more staff facilities, but the staff facilities for this one are back behind here. And at some point I need to make that look better, but like the guests can't see that at all, so I'm not particularly worried about it at this exact second. So let's do another pass through. See, oh, hey look! Oh, they have matching hoodies. They do a good job of making the guests all look different. Oh, that was the thing we never did in here, is I never got them another feeding platform, because I was finding more food on the ground. That is definitely something we can attend to. Although, I feel like there's 3 of them. I don't know why I would need more. But I can put a feeding platform over here. Habitat. Feeding platform. Since the guests can't walk under here anyway. And if I make it low, maybe I won't have to, like, build a way for the keepers to get up here. They're just gonna panic for a second, that's fine. Staff traversable area. Okay, the staff can get up there. Excellent. Because even though it didn't really move the ground or anything, I don't think. So that's gonna potentially cause some stress when the animals eat, because they'll be in the big open area, but there's still gonna be 2 where they don't have to stand there and do that. You know, so that's gonna be pretty cool. I do really like this. There go the lemurs. Up in their little lemur house. Eventually they'll start having baby lemurs. I don't think that's actually started yet. And there's the other tot going on. This guy's climbing a tree. Getting stuck in the tree. There he is. Hi, lemur in a tree. It's super cool. I like this a lot. What are you thinking? It looks magical here. Yeah, education is not high in this zoo. I haven't put in a lot of educational facilities yet. And then I like, oh good, the anteaters are using the anteater space for what I wanted them to. This is where the anteaters can come in and hang out. And they can swim. Anteaters apparently like swimming, so that's good. And we got capuchins. Are the capuchins still happy with their... I feel like we could have more capuchin monkeys. I mean, like, you can find it. Oh, look, they're doing what I want them to. They're up here. What do you think? Oh, they're looking so healthy. That's nice. What's this guy thinking? This zoo is great. And I'm glad I got to see the anaconda talk. Let's go in here. Animal market. Adopt. Adopt. Just because I feel like this is a lot of space for not a lot of monkeys. They're not populating like the peacocks were. What I realized is I moved a tortoise, the other kind of tortoise in here, which we handled the tortoise stress levels, so what I did must have worked. The fences and the ambiance, I don't know which one did what. Are you the Galapagos? Oh, okay, you. Good. You are at 97% happiness. I probably never set your food quality to 3, which is your problem. There you go. So they're enjoying living together. If this was a regular zoo, they would have problems with the plants. But because I turned that off, I'm just not going to worry about it. And that way I can have more tortoise in here. How are you with your social group? You could even have one more if you wanted. You could have another lady tortoise. It always bothers me in the game when the tortoises need hard shelter, because I'm like, literally in their hard shelter. Baby! Baby tortoise. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the tortoises, because tortoises, ironically, breathe like rabbits. Which is pretty wild to me. Ooh, captive birth, boa constrictor. We're gonna release that one to the wild, because the boas don't like having too many of their kind all together. Got plenty of capuchins going. I need to name Habitat 4 something else. I just don't know what to name it. So many peacocks. Oh, the poison frogs have been going to town. Okay, let's handle that. There we go. That's gonna get out of hand, but that's okay. Yeah! Things are going well here. But what I was gonna do is add a talk for the other kinds of tortoises. If there's a decent place where I can put this that's not gonna be super in the way. Maybe here. Go back to zoo, go to education, go to talks, by timetable. So, you by nature should be December. That way I have a different talk month. And then we will make you the other giant tortoise. Algebra. Tortoise talk. Boom. So those just be all kinds of talks that can happen in here. Oh, and that means I need to put up a sign about them, don't I? I do. What I probably could do is convert some of these. Right, so like I have Galapagos. Hold on, if I look at education, do I have speakers in here? I don't, so I don't have to worry about that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this one into that giant tortoise. And we're gonna turn this one into that giant tortoise. So now we're gonna educate everybody on all of our tortoise. Look at that. Look at us. Getting it together. I do like this reptile house. I think it's fun. Look at this lady. What are you thinking, lady? You have not educated yourself about anything. You should fix that. Okay. That's something else we could do here at the zoo. The front of the zoo is we could put down these. Because these are things you don't need random rotation. These are things that you can assign educational things to. Right, so a lot of times it's to keep track, so I'm not doing more than one of the same one. I'll just go around from the top down, right? So amphibian crisis, bee population decline, deforestation, ecotourism, and climate change. There we go. Look at that. Now we have some education boards, so no guests can stop. Read those if they feel like it. Go back into facilities. Put a few more of those down. In spaces where people are likely to walk and want to read something. Again, we'll kind of take it from the top. So we did climate change, so then land sharing. Sometimes if these are right by habitat, I'll pick ones that make sense. So like if it was in the reptile house, I would do amphibian decline or something, or exotic pet trade. But if it's just out in the area like this, I just go from top to bottom. I don't think it technically matters if you had more than one of the same one, but it's just a thing that makes me happy. Medicine, and we're gonna have one extra one probably, so we'll just go back to the amphibian crisis. That's fine. Actually, we'll make this one climate change, I think, because it's across from it's just farthest away from the other one that was about something else, so then just it matches. And then there's a trash bin right there if you just wait 3 seconds. There's one over here. People, I tell you. This is cool. Trying to think if I want to put some educational facilities in here, and I don't think I mean I can. This is also not a bad place to just put, like, you know, you could do something like that. You could do, whoa, that is a big screen. I mean, like, you can put these TVs and have them have stuff. They're making it where you can, like, in the next update, you're gonna be able to do, like, webcams of animals inside of burrows and stuff, which would be cool. But you can't really do that at the moment. I'm curious if I want to put anything on these screens. I don't necessarily like how that looks, but I want to see what I could do. Like, I could pick Indian peafowl. But then I can replace the image with a small billboard where I could upload a picture and put whatever I wanted there. I haven't done any of that. I could advertise for Chief Beef. You can put the educational ones on there if you want. There are videos you can play. You can just play Planet Zoo Welcome, which is pretty cool. Planet Zoo logo. And then you can just put any animal you want, which I don't know why you would do that with some of these other ones. So I think I'm gonna actually delete this. But I wanted something easy where I figured out what my options were. I want a screen, I just don't want a screen that's that large. They're having some sort of problem. They're just having every problem. If I did say position, snap, and rotation. Maybe not snap, but rotation. There we go. I could stick it up on the wall like that. See if I can put something interesting on there. Oh, this is where you can target advertisements. Ah, that's right. And then this is where you would, if I had uploaded something, I could upload something. Same with the video. Which I don't want to do. So then I can, let's actually pause the game right now. We can do, where did it go? I have to keep scrolling up apparently. Let's do Planet Zoo logo. Oh no, this is the middle one, right? So then let's do, where did it go? Where's the video? There it is. No. That one. But then here, we'll do the Planet Zoo logo. And this is not going to be particularly exciting, but that's okay. Planet Zoo logo. Yeah, I like that. Just like a lot of Planet Zoo things going on over there. They're just stressed, it's fine. I might do that over there too. I feel like there could be something here, but I don't know. I don't know what exactly. I feel like I could be doing more in here. Yeah, there's no real good TV spot over here, so I'm not gonna worry about it as much. There's that zookeeper going crazy with how many peacocks I have. What's this guy thinking? Really enjoying my view of the Indian peafowl. Okay. What animals have you seen? Wants to see. I'm trying to figure out. He's already he's already educated, so I'm trying to figure out what he's. Well, he's gonna go to this talk, so that's pretty cool. Multiple animals stressed, and it's the lemurs again. I'm guessing it's feeding time. If I had to wager something. Yeah, the lemurs are up here. Hopefully that's all of the lemurs who are stressed, and the lemurs are being proactive about their life. Yeah, they're calming down. Good. You guys all stressed out? You're not stressed out. You're stressed out. So you're one of my stressed out lemurs. But you should stop being stressed out as soon as you go over here. Look at all the lemurs on the thing! Oh, so many lemurs. This is just so hilarious. Just a bunch of bouncing lemurs. I just really like this. I just really, really like it. I like the anteaters. I think that's just kind of like a cool touch. I would have loved to just be able to walk in and hang out with an anteater. And we've hit a point where it's pretty easy to see a monkey in here. I think we could probably Like if we look... Oh! Really? You have 0 climbing space. Somehow I feel like that's... I think that's probably because that monkey is stuck there. Sometimes it does that, where like, if one of the monkeys is sitting on a thing, it's like, you don't have any space. Yeah, okay. See, that's reality. They have plenty of climbing space. They're starting... They don't have full land space, so maybe I won't keep any monkeys. And generally speaking, everyone seems pretty happy. Let's go to our guests. So if we go to zoo overview, guests, 31% people think the zoo is great. 27% people think that they're glad toilet block 1 is free. 27% think I have great scenery. 14% like my ticket price. 10% think it's spacious. More being happy things are free. And 6% of people think I'm never taking this hat off, which is great. People are pretty happy. I think I have crime turned off. Yeah, because I didn't want to... That was one of the other things I turned off. I was getting sick of crime. So I'll just turn it off, I figure. Look at that! What do you think, lady? Seeing the Colombian white-faced capuchin monkey up close is like having a front row seat to the best show in town. She had the exact same thought about the giant anteater. It's not a very... She's not a very, creative person? Is that what I'm going for? I don't know. Here's the anteater. What do you think, guy? View of ring-tailed lemur from here is quite good. You can really tell they put a medium amount of thought into the planning. Excuse me? What, were you standing 20 feet away? I get annoyed, because sometimes people will come in here and be like, I can't see a monkey. And they're looking at, like, the one corner without a monkey. And it's like, if you turn slightly to your right, you would see a monkey. But, okay. Alright, so we did pretty good. This is the next, like, space I need to do something with. And then... I honestly feel like I could actually put some small habitats in here. Like, this could almost be, like, koalas, red pandas, like, some smaller arboreal creatures. They're not animals where you can have, guests walk in. I don't think. Let's find out if that's true about the koala. I don't know if that's true about the koala. Guests can enter the habitat. Oh! Well, that changes some things. I'm sure you can't for the red pandas, though. Because they are, because they are shy. You think you can? Oh, you can't for the proboscis monkey. Interesting. Interesting. You can for kangaroos. Kangaroos like being with koalas. That would be a fun thing to build. Jensa Game Player. Did I say your name right? Welcome. We're hanging out, playing some Planet Zoo, trying to figure out what we're going to do next. I'm going to put some kind of habitat here. Thus far, the 3 habitats I've built have all been inside ones. So, I don't know if I'm going to break away from that, if I'm going to do another building right next to this building. I almost feel like that would look a little silly. But maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I'm well, thank you for asking. I hope you're well. We were having some internet troubles with the stream at the start, but we're doing pretty good now. This, I need to add some scenery here. This is going to be another animal of some kind. I'll put scenery in here when I know what's going there. This is pretty small for a habitat, so I don't know if I actually want to put a creature there or if I want to build something. But, what I have here, I need to put some signs on stuff too. Like, I need to make like a reptile house sign, and need to figure out what I actually want to call this, and then make a sign for it. But what I've going here is, you go into this building, you got a little food court, but then you walk into this, and this is a peacock habitat. It's a peacock habitat where you then go shopping, which I think is pretty neat. Just don't put emus in there. You know, I don't think the game has emus, but it does have cassowaries. That would be a fun one to make the guest center. And then I have another little food court here. And then try not to make anybody sick with the camera movements, but I'll probably fail. And then over here, this is a tortoise habitat. So I have both kinds of tortoises in here. I have the Aldabra, and some of these are Galapagos tortoises also. I don't have all the DLC. I have half of them. So from the Africa pack on, I don't have. So I don't have Africa, North America, Europe, and obviously the wetlands one is not out. But I have Arctic, Southeast Asia, South America, Australia. I feel like I have another one, but maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, and the premium upgrade. I'm hoping to buy some of the other packs I don't have when the wetlands one comes out, because I don't like paying full price for the DLC packs. But I figure when the wetlands one comes out, they'll probably put the other DLC packs on sale, and I'll grab at least one, if not two, then. But anyway, inside here you have both of the tortoises, and some small animal exhibits, which I thought was pretty cool. This is my first time playing in a sandbox. I usually play franchise. But, this has been more of a space to experiment than to necessarily make, like, a sensible zoo. But then this big old building is actually, like, you can see here, this is the wall and this is the habitat fence. You walk in, and this space has all three lemurs, red ruff, ringtail, and black and white. So you walk through and you hang out with the lemurs, and then you go through this guest gate, and then that actually takes you into another habitat. And then this is capuchins and giant anteaters. And I saw that these two can also live with the tapirs, but guests are not supposed to enter the tapir habitat, so I did not add the tapirs with them. Oh look, he's using the thing! They're using the thing! He's a good anteater. Such a good anteater. Oh, and the capuchins are eating food off the ground, which means for some reason we don't have enough space for it. But I have two. How are you eating food off the ground, but they haven't placed food on the other things? It's just annoying to me how this game works sometimes. That's okay. He's swimming! Or she. Which one are you? She. I apologize, ma'am. She's swimming. Such a good swimmer. These are the, only 3 habitats I have going so far. I mean, you can see we're just in year 10 of the zoo, so. But yeah, I think this would be a fun spot for, like, kangaroo koala walkthrough. And maybe I'll make, like, an indoor-outdoor, or maybe I could make a building that's, like, I'd say make a shorter building, but the koalas need taller trees. So, like, I don't know. Or maybe I'll just put, like, actual monkey habitats in here that, I'll think about it. I think here, how big is this space? I'm gonna put down a barrier, and I'm just gonna splap it down. Very unofficial, like, just because I want to know approximately how big this area is. I'm not really gonna commit to what I'm building here, as much as I just want to know. I want to know what's going on. So, like, if I built something here, how big would it be approximately? We'll just kind of down and dirty it and figure that out. Because this isn't exactly how I would build it, even if I put something here, but that's okay. How big is this space? about 7,000 square feet. It'll be smaller when I add stuff. So, like, let's look up, like, Nile monitors. They like that. So we'd have, like, 2 adults, and these things breed like rabbits. So, I mean, that would be a perfectly fine Nile monitor space. Instant gaming, exactly. Like, that wouldn't be a bad thing to have right next to the reptile house. What else might be interesting? Komodos, like, 1 and 1. I don't think they breed like rabbits. So this would not be as obnoxious. But they need way more space, so Komodo would not be viable. I can't think. Yeah, you're gonna need way more space. Really? Gharials don't need that much space. I feel like that's a lie. I feel like I would do that and then it would be a lie. The dwarf caiman makes sense that it wouldn't need as much space, what with it being a dwarf caiman. So maybe we'd build like a nice little dwarf caiman spot out here. That might be cool. Turn this into a dwarf caiman space. Let's look at that again. I just don't know that I trust it. You guys like 1 and 1, and we'll assume you don't breed like rabbits. So let's say even if you have 3 babies, that's 2,400 and then 1,000. So that's like 3,000. We'll say 4,000 just to make it even. And that's 7,000 as is. Which means I could cut this back and have room for the guests to come see it. That might be kind of cool. Okay. I'm interested in that. But not how like I said, I built this the down and dirty way, so. I would want to make like a path that comes in here a little. The question is, do I want it to be an interior? And I don't think I need it to be an interior. Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry, somebody had a question for me. How do I want to do this? I want to make it where you can see them swim. What kind of diving area do these guys need? They don't have a deep water diving requirement. So I just need water. So I could... Sorry, I'm thinking, and thinking makes speaking difficult. Run a path parallel, and I might end up deleting this, but that's okay. Run a path parallel, like that. I could then... say construction, go to walls, take glass off. This is gonna be, I'm gonna make this kind of the ugly way because I'm gonna try to figure out what I want. I know dwarf caimans are not from Australia. I don't think they are anyway. And this says Australian wall. But I just happen to really like it, and it may be what we choose. Sandstone is not bad, actually. It's just gonna look kind of... I want something that's not the wood wall again, but doesn't look weird next to the wood wall, I guess is what I'm going for. I could just do stone brick. I don't think the sandstone is terrible. Next to the wooden wall. So like if I do this, I need to pick some, I need to make that yellow line largely work. So let's pick the hardest part from where I pathed it and start there. I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. So we'll do that. That lines up well. This, not so much. If I put one down and then do this, and then move the whole thing. Actually, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for just doing it kind of rough. How does that look? That looks better. How does that look? It doesn't look. Part of the problem is I didn't make that path completely straight. So I'm not going to be able to get this looking perfect. I was not actually going for perfection when I did this. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. So the idea is I'm going to make a building here. And then you're going to kind of walk in and walk through. And view the creatures. And if I can bow it a little bit, I'd like to. But I think the other thing I'm gonna do is go to terrain, stamp tool. I'm gonna do add. I want it as short as it can be, but wider. Maybe not quite that wide. There we go. Oof, no, that's not what I want. I want it shorter, so let's try to do... The goal is to just make enough so I can have a swimmable area, but not so tall that the guests can't see the caiman from where they are. That's kind of what I'm going for. So we're going to do this. Like that. Yeah, like that. Now, if I go back into Zoopedia and I'm still on the caiman and I wanted 2 and say 3 babies, they do need more land than water, which is fine. I feel like I overdid that slightly. So we're going to go into sculpting, flatten to foundation, and kind of crease this back a little bit, especially because I'm going to have to smooth this anyway. Like that. So then, I'm going to go back into barriers. Actually, probably don't need to run the zoo while I'm doing this. We'll go, where's the aquatic fence? The thick glass, do I like that? Do I want the aquatic glass? I don't dislike it. Can I fix this? Probably not without moving the path. This is a little bit irritating. That's okay. I think we'll do the wood logs here. And we'll snap back on. That. Honestly, we'll keep this the whole way instead of the aquatic one. I like this. Still a work in progress. Give it a second to see what I'm going to do with it. so we're gonna take the angle snap away now. And do... yeah, that, excellent. Okay. Then I'm gonna click on this, because I actually want this to be more here, because we're gonna adjust what these fences look like. I'll highlight everything. I want to kind of make sure these are all... where's the height labels? Yeah, I want this stuff that went down. I want to make it all the same height, basically. I'm going to get this level. Ish. Level-ish. Okay, and then we're going to go here. Select these, and we're going to lower it. I'm going to assume dwarf caimans don't need particularly high fences. They do not. Oh, they... 4.95, really? Oh, that's feet, and this is... interesting. Oh, hold on. Huh, okay. We'll make it 5 feet, I guess. Sure. And then we're gonna go here. With these. Actually, no. We're gonna go here with just this glass. Then the idea is to go to... there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. And somewhere in here I need to add a gate. See, that kind of works. You had the path there. Why won't you do the path now? I saw it, and then you were like, nah. Interesting. Okay. So what if... okay, what if I did this? And then we'll take this much smaller, like that, and make some panels here, I think. And then wouldn't have a tag gate. It's gonna have the same problem it did before. And I'm gonna click on this and move it back. And move it back. Okay. Or don't. Could also just not. Take this. Move it back. Okay, sorry about that. Why this is a problem, because it was showing up when I put the piece in, and then it was not. Okay. What if I did this? And then we go here, make it real short. Sometimes this game gets real drunk. Like, real drunk. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now that the gate's in, I can look at what we have. 2,583 feet and 1,432. Now, the problem is that's going to be like real close. 2,500, like real close. And if I add anything at all that takes away from that swimmable area, or the... I guess. I mean, it's less of a problem if they don't have 3 babies. Which they very well may not. The idea is... I guess here I also have to make it a window. So the idea is you would walk in here and you would look through this. And you would be able to see them up high. And then you would be able to see them swim a little bit. Now if I go pathing, and I say I do this, can I... Nope. definitely can't. Now, what if I took some of this out and made it a pinch wider? Oh, yeah. I can do that. And that'll fit almost perfectly. I saw it. It existed. It existed, but it changed all of the other pathing, which is another quirk this game has that I find really annoying. Okay. Let's just do this. Might have to move the wall slightly again. We're gonna figure this out. We will figure it out. Try to hover as close to here as we can. I think that's what's going to help us the most. I don't think that's going to work. So we're going to come here. Seeing it's changing it and also creating a headache. So what if here we made this one a 13? Yeah, there we go. We cheated a little bit. Perfect. And then we can put the education back here. The only thing is I don't for an animal talk point. That's really the only downside to what I have going right now, is there's no good animal talk point spots. The only thing would be is if I could, in theory, let's try something. No. Nope, it's not gonna work. I was gonna say I could try doing that, but that's not gonna work. What about... that kind of works. I could do that. That's not terrible. Saw it. It existed. Come on, baby. I wonder if I really don't want to make this smaller, but if I just, like, ever so slightly tweaked that back and went to paths and did this and then did this. Might be able to... actually, yeah. What if I did that? Hold on. Let's fudge it. So, like, if I did that, but then delete it now. Trying to see if I could delete just that stair and then... still not the greatest spot for an animal talk point. It would be very, very crowded. What about if I did... to try to keep the land up, I could do that. Come on. I was trying really hard to not have any stairs and to only have ramps here. Let's see. Okay, so now that kind of works. That not so much. You spend more time in this game yelling at paths than you do anything else. It's like the #1 thing you do in this game is be mad at paths. I can't make it smaller. Can I click something that's gonna help? I don't suppose this would help. Usually it's the opposite. Yeah, usually it actually makes it worse. What about tunneling? If I turn tunneling on. Like I can get that to work. Then I can't work here. She knew why. Is it like this rock? Can't imagine it's that, but like if I delete that rock, does it do what I needed? It's probably that corner of that building. That's the problem. I don't want to move that. What if... Let's start this again. Go up as high. It doesn't work unless we... So maybe if I go up higher, maybe that's the real problem. Maybe I need to be higher. Nope, that was not the problem. So instead we're gonna do only as high as I need to be. Let's see here. And we're gonna go here. As close to that side as we can. Find the blue. And then, come on. I believe in you, game. We can do this somehow in some way. Obstructed by something. Something obstructs it. I don't know what. I don't understand what is obstructing it exactly. See, it's not actually the path. It's something here. I think it's this terrain. I wonder if I... Nope. This is probably even more thrilling than me highlighting one piece of fence at a time. Ah, we got it! Okay, so we can put the animal talk point here. That's kind of the goal. And I think what I'm going to do is go in here. And we're going to have to try to squeak out as much space as we can get. Now that we got this set, let's see what we can do here. And then this I made like super sloppy. Although I'm not sure I can move it because of the water. Yeah, I can't because of the water. We'll put the water back in a hot second. But this will give me some of my land back when I actually smooth this out. Eh? Yeah, that was part of my problem, is I wasn't actually utilizing all of the space that was there. I'm going to drain, rough water. Why it's doing that there, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you why that's a problem, but we'll cover that with a rock or something. It'll be fine. What are we looking at dimension-wise? Somehow smaller. I think it's because I have more water than I did before. But I like how that looks. Then my goal is to put a wall, like a ceiling over here, but then this just won't be. So like we'd go to facilities and we'd have the animal dock point. And it should be able to throw food. And people can just kind of stand there. And it'll be a little bit obnoxious, but it will be a talk point. You know what I mean? Apparently that is close to a spot that I can have. Okay, so let's go into animal trading and just grab the dwarf caimans, because I feel like I need them. I've not built a dwarf caiman habitat before, I don't think. So I kind of need them so I can know what I'm doing. Grab that one. And none of these are particularly great. Send to zoo. Okay, let's just see if this is all gone horribly wrong. Man, I've been streaming Planet Zoo for a while. It's pretty exciting. We'll get these guys in here. While we wait, I suppose we can look up sandstone. So we have the wall. Now let's add the half wall, because I don't want to go a full level higher, but I want to go a little higher. Here they come. So we'll have this wall. This will kind of force anybody who wants to see them to come in through here. Roofs. I think it'll be a flat roof. They're in there now. We're going to pause the game. And I can apparently make a sandstone roof, which I don't actually hate. So this won't be a true building. This is not going to be like a true building like that is. This is just going to be... Actually, the water space let's have open anyway. I think that makes more sense. Oh, I'm using the wrong one. There we go. So this will be, the guests can come in here and be fine. And like, they can be under shelter. But the animals will be largely okay. I think that's what I want to do. And then we're going to go into walls, pillars, columns. What's a column that would make sense for that? Keep going back to this Indian architecture. Even though I'm not building things from India. Mud column. Mud column kind of makes sense. Can you change the color of the you can change the color of the plastic pillar. So that might be our best option. Then I can pick a color that would look similar to the... I could... Well, actually, let's go bold. Yeah. I guess it's not really bold, but it's something. It's different. Let's go different. And this is just to have a column. Again, so we can pretend like we care about physics. And down. And then this one. Oh, hold on, I gotta undo that. There we go. This one, delete. This one, move back. And then there we go. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to do, even remotely. There we go. Now that's what I wanted it to do. Cool. So there's still this kind of like undercover space for the guests to come in, but in this particular case we're going to have the animals kind of living their best life out in the open, so it'll be our first one that does that. And then we can put some nice decorations here. Education signs will go here. And this will be a nice little area. Now, what I haven't done, and I need to do before I forget, is this does not have a water treatment facility on it. So what I think I'm going to do is come in here. Facilities. Water treatment. I need to... Okay, it should be fine where it's at. Wrong button. I don't know why we're having a hard time. We're having a hard time. It's probably mad because I'm trying to add it on top of all of the scenery where I said I wasn't going to add anything and then I did. Okay, so we're going to do that. I don't really care. That doesn't bother me. Okay, so we're going to click on this. Does it hit the cadence? It does hit the cadence. So we're good. So now they have their water treatment, and let's go ahead and click on these guys. Let them calculate a minute. How are we feeling? They do not have enough land space, which is something I thought might happen. But they have more than enough water space. So I think what I'm going to do is take the water out and then go into land. Sculpting. And we can... I don't need that big of a radius. Can I lift it up here? No, I can't. We'll just give them more land space, less water space. So we'll flatten to foundation over here. And then, I mean, it was just barely. Like, just barely. And I think the other thing we'll do is we'll go into nature and we're gonna grab some of these rocks, change the color to something just to kind of mix it up a little bit. Yeah. And the other color, whoops. Add. No. Stop being terrible. Go that color, yeah, that's fine. And then over here. Whatever. It's okay. And then we're going to come over here and we're actually going to fix this little spot because I can't fix the terrain because of the fence and I don't feel like moving the fence. So if I put the rocks down, that's actually going to create terrain that they can walk on, and it's going to give them more walkable space. We're going to go back in here. We still have rough water selected. It's not a lot, but some amount. There's some amount in which they're okay. Okay, now they have, like, just enough space. Like, just enough. But we have the same kind of weird glitch over here. So let's actually go to rocks. I want different colors. Same kind of thing here. I don't care if it goes through the glass a little bit. Well, actually I kind of do. If we pick the flat ones, it won't do that. I'll be able to put that specifically up against the... Where are you flat? There you are. Kind of steps, I guess. Yeah, those are steps. Those aren't what I'm looking for. There, that's closer to what I'm looking for. Just drop it down. The water is like weirdly clipping there. So if I do this, they ought to be able to walk on that. And it'll be okay. I had a feeling this was going to be a real tight fit. I think that's slightly better. Okay, you guys don't like the terrain, which is fine. Let's terrain paint. You don't have deep water, but you don't need deep water, so that's okay. You want more soil. less short grass, which is only fair. I think we can put the soil under the water. I don't know that that actually counts for anything, but it's going to look better. Pro tip, you can actually use the long grass underwater, and it looks like plants. It's kind of cool. So there's our more soil. Although I actually really want some sand right here. And then we'll just go back to soil and do more. So calm down, I know you wanted soil. I'm getting there. You want way more soil than you have. So we're gonna work on that soil. There you go. You do. Oh, now you have to. Yeah, okay. We're being a little picky here now. There we go. Now, do you guys? How are you feeling about the hard shelter? You have enough hard shelter, so either they don't need it, or this is counting as hard shelter and they're happy. But either way, that's fine. We're going to click on the habitat and go highest food quality. And then we're going to go habitat, species. It's probably just under dwarf caiman. Yeah, no, it's under colors. Okay. Obviously, they don't need to drink water. I can't do the deep sea, the underwater feeder box because I don't have enough space. Because I didn't do deep, which is fine. I wish I could have, but honestly, I kind of like the look of this too, so it's fine. Food tray large. I should be able to get away with a small food tray. There's just going to be a couple of you. You're injured, apparently. That's fine. We'll get a vet to you. You'll be alright. Enrichment. Food enrichment. Frozen pumpkin. Toy enrichment. Mud bath. I love adding the mud baths if I can. But looks like terrain-wise it's not going to work. I know it's like my favorite thing to do. What if I moved this? If I move this to be like here, and then I went back in here, can I do it then? I wonder if I can't do it because the animal's in the way. Like if I waited for them, yeah, I saw it, it existed. There you are. There we go. Mud bath. Bury that underneath because I really don't want to see it. This be water shooting out of the rocks for no particularly good reason. I don't know why you have that glitching, but that's fine. Okay. So you should be... We need to call a vet because you are injured. But you should be largely happy now. You are largely happy now. So you have the enrichment. That's because the coverage doesn't matter. So we're going to go into plants here and add some. Even though I really don't want to mess with how much space they have. Yeah, this is cool. They should be able to swim through this grass. Let's shorten it even more. That. Limitation back on. Not that it really matters for grass. You're boxed up, so I'm not going to be able to get anything from you anymore anyway. That's cool. I like this. And then... I think this is kind of neat. It gives them something to kind of swim through. People can be like, ooh. And we'll do these water hyacinths, like, maybe not. What if we did... Do you mind putting some of these down? Oh, I like the mangroves. Although the mangroves take up land space. I don't know that I really want to do that. Why does the African oil palm count for a South American creature? I'm not gonna pretend to understand. I'm not gonna pretend to understand the ways of this game sometimes. I like these. I don't really have these anywhere else. Some plants now. And actually, let's go to rocks. What I kind of want to do is take the continent off. Does that bring me back some of the stuff I'm looking for? Nope. See if they can actually, like, swim up to it. So now that I've added this stuff, are you guys upset with your space? You might be. Moment of truth? Nope, you guys are fine. I go here, and I do Traversable Area. Excellent. Excellent. So let's see how things look. Let's pick a guest, somebody adult size. You are fine. And do camera, and then do eyes. Okay. So this is a little bit in everybody's way. Not a lot, but a little bit. But I think what I might do is... Actually, first of all, before I forget, we will do Caymans, and we'll do January, just because then I'll remember, and then we'll do Cayman talk. Cannot throw food. Now what I'm curious about is if that's position or if I lowered this. Can you throw food now? No habitat to throw food into. Interesting. Well, if you can't throw food in, I'm not overly concerned about it. So this can actually be lower. I think what I'm gonna do is come through here and just raise it so that that bar is not in people's face. There we go. It's a little... the walls are a little ugly. We're being honest, these walls are a little ugly. But you know what? It's okay. I really don't want anybody viewing here unless it's for the animal talk, but I can't really control that, so that's okay. Well, I like this. It needs to be prettied up. It needs to, like, be improved on a little bit. But, he's really early for the January talk. This is good. And then you can stand here and look at him swim. So even though you can't do deep swimming, I just think that looks good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through in facilities. I'm probably going to get going soon because it's coming up on time for me to go, just in all honesty. I got to eat, I got to get ready to go to bed so I can go to work tonight, that kind of thing. I was going to fix that and then somebody sat in it, and so I'll just let it be wrong for right now. So I'll pretty this up at some point. And we'll make it better, but I think the next time I stream, I'm gonna go back to Fallout. You know, I'm not done with Fallout, so next time I stream will be Saturday, around my normal time. We'll go back to Fallout 4, try to do something kind of cool story-wise. And I'll probably mix in Planet Zoo streams as we go. So, next time you see the zoo, there might be more done on it. We'll see. But I really like this. I think this is nice. And the guests still have covered... Oh, what I was gonna do before we go... Hold on. This is not actually complete. I forgot that I was gonna do this. I was gonna round these edges out. There we go. But I'm gonna put some education up and everything. But this way the guests are still covered. Temperate zoos tend to rain a lot, so I think that's something. But then, now there's just like another thing for people to come look at. And there's plenty of places to see it. Like, everyone's over here right now because this is where the dwarf came in, is sitting. Well, also because he's doing the talk. He's feeling pretty good. So that's good that they're right here for the game and talk. I don't know why they can't throw food in there, but whatever. And then there's... They can still kind of see him from here. This person doesn't seem to mind too much. You know, you can see the talk that you're not watching. We can name this... I don't know if it's Dwarf Caimans or Dwarf Cayman, but you know, here we are. Alright, but I'm gonna call the stream here. I'll see you guys Saturday for some Fallout. But what are you people doing? Don't walk through the building. I think that's what those where do those live? Curbs got added somewhere, and I don't know where the curbs live. But I know you can get curbs now. Are they here? Is it under pathing? Somewhere, curbs live somewhere. I don't know where they live. Thank you! Glad you were here for all of the streams, Kathleen. Could it be under... security? I mean, there's that, but they're not very attractive. But I can do that. I mean, I guess I can stick it here. Where no one can see it. Go under here and find the curve. And then... Oh, I can change the color. Okay, that's better. I know I said I was leaving, but then this bothered me, so here we are. Don't walk over here. I wonder if they'll obey this even though they can't see it. Okay, now I'm gonna be done. Somebody's gonna... You're walking right through it. Didn't work. Okay, fine. Oh, before we go, let's see what the caimans look like in the water. I like it. I like it a lot. This kid's gonna have the perfect view. Look at that. Look at the kid enjoying that view of the caiman. Now we're gonna be done. Okay. Thank you for real, everybody, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.